Yes. Hey, Joe said he just needs to get all the physical address and report to Collin County.
Okay, we'll have him figure out how to do that.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Bye.
And we have Mindy, Claudia, Anthony, and May. Let's admit all of those. And then we're waiting for. You win? Did I win?
Oh, actually have the drawing.
And she's just gonna leave quietly with her money.
When did we do the drawing this morning? So it was finally.
Last night. We're just waiting for the jail. Who's Megan's? Which one?
I have Nicholas French.
French. Do the French case first. We're waiting for the jail.
Okay.
We're a little early, so.
Yeah, I don't see Tony. Is she on?
No, I forgot we're missing her too. We're missing Tony in the jail, so.
Working leaves tomorrow morning. Mom's planet for cold.
There's Tony. The jail. Really?
Yeah, I thought they. Last
I
year.
figure they would have had to for them to
Because
be.
the switchblade knuckles were taken out. And the switchblades are now legal. The only thing, you just can't have a blade over 5.5 inches.
That's, I knew it was done, at least limit to.
Yeah, so you can carry any kind of knife, just as long as the blade is. Just don't involve one, you would kind of carry it.
Make sure
release. Maybe I'll be there.
Somebody's doing it. Yeah, you know.
They have the county divide, it's just a normal age, it's a shop like a silk one. And they have the serrated edge and just a regular edge. I like the serrated edge.
Steve. Yeah, the jail is a little bit low. Zan. Yeah, the jail. You wake them up. Yep, jail's slow.
I'll be.
Judge, I just emailed them again to see if they were going to have the inmates ready. I just realized on my email to them yesterday with the people, the headline did say 11:08, but that was right. Dadgummit. I don't know why they're not there. They should be there.
Today's 11/8.
You're right. I know.
Yeah. Should tell them 10:30.
They know when to be here.
Do they?
Isn't that Mindy?
That's Mindy.
Maybe they forgot to set their clocks an hour back.
Ooh, there we go.
Is that Megatoot?
That's Megatoot.
That's really not funny.
It's kind of funny.
Can we please clarify that I am not megatoot, that I have never megatooted in any form or fashion, since there are other people present here?
You think we should clarify that? Because we can't.
Officer Kelly? That's into.
Chad's calling the jail right now.
Thank you. We're trying to talk the arraignment and see if there's gonna, we're waiting on the same. All right. We're on the way up to the arraignment room. Thanks, sir. So they're on their way, I'm signing in right now, which one?
Oops, I forgot. So it's not our regular. Yeah. They forgot.
Signing in right now. Sure. You are now.
Con Headland. Attorney Don Hedlund. Not just any Don Hedlund, the attorney Don Hedlund.
Oh, that's the one you got today?
Mhm. And Collin County Detention is here. All right.
Hey, Judge,
I think we need French first, if you have them.
They are fixed. He's fixing to be in here, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, we.
We won lottery, $8.
$8.
$8.
$2.
No,
Well, $100.
200. Mhm.
Get back $2 each.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good.
Mhm.
But you can't win if you don't play.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You also won't lose if you don't play.
Oh, my gosh.
2.5,
Oh, yeah.
maybe 3.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so, yeah, I think.
So this one, the cash option, you got right under a billion. It was like 990. I know, I'm not talking about the forecasting rate, but the 30-year plan, it was 1.9. It was $1 billion difference if you did the cash out in 30 years. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the annuity over 30 years, 20 years.
You can assign it to a
You
family
can
member.
sign it to the bank. The first payment was like
Yeah, they-
$18 million,
Yeah, they have to pay all of it.
and it goes up like every year. Can you believe, like, that's crazy.
They say that it's smarter not to.
What?
They say you can take the money and invest it. So you can buy a bunch of
Oh, you did.
Chick-fil-A.
Second, the billionaire.
Yeah, that's true. But it just seems like, hey, if I'm guaranteed 20 million a year for the next 30, I can live with that.
An irresponsible person.
I mean, you would get more
Totally.
money that way, but like you said,
Yeah, it's based on interest rates and everything else. I mean, they're saying you can take the money and invest it at 5% interest.
so. That'd be the hardest. Thing. I would like to-
I mean, you set with your family up for the rest of your, I mean. The whole thing,
Sorry, Judge. Just Mr. French.
hello,
How are you?
good,
All
how are
right.
you?
I'm good. This is 366-6038-2022 State of Texas versus Nicholas Garrett French. And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'm going to consider that for the purposes here. And did you want to call your client to testify?
Yes, Your Honor, briefly.
If you would, raise your right hand to be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. French. I'm going to ask you a number of questions, and I just want to remind you, we're not talking about your underlying offense. Do you understand that?
Okay,
Okay, so Nicholas, you currently are diagnosed with a mental health condition that requires treatment. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And there is an action plan set in place with the mental health department with regards to how to treat you and take care of your mental health issue. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Nicholas, you've had previous hospitalizations, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And until October the 12th of 2022, you were taking the Invega shot. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And since such time, you've had to move over to the oral medication while in jail. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe that that medication is not meeting your needs with regards to your mental health diagnosis. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. And I wasn't able to
Hold
get.
on. Let me just ask the question. Okay. So it's
Okay.
not assisting you. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's not assisting me.
Okay. Right now, you've been accepted into the CRU unit. Is that correct?
I think so. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you had an opportunity to talk to our social worker, and LifePath is going to transport you to CRU so you can get started back on your Invega shot, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, currently you cannot receive that injection in the jail, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you willing to go to LifePath for treatment?
Yes, ma'am.
After LifePath takes you to CRU, you're also going to be evaluated with OSAR, is that correct, for additional inpatient treatment?
Yes, ma'am.
And
I
are
think
you
so.
willing? You think so? Okay. Did you have an opportunity to talk to the social worker with regards to that OSAR evaluation? She's on the hearing today.
I don't. I think maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you understand that if OSAR recommends inpatient treatment, that you'll have to go to treatment?
Yeah, that's fine.
And are you willing to accept that treatment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. At this time, Your Honor, I'll pass the witness.
Any questions from the state?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Anything else from defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else from the state?
Just like to read the criminal history into the record, Your Honor.
Okay.
In 2010, this defendant was arrested for criminal mischief Class A and evading arrest. The criminal mischief was pled down to a Class E misdemeanor with 180 days deferred, and he took 12 months deferred on the evading and was eventually revoked and sentenced to 15 days. In 2014, he was arrested for a DWI with a BAC above a 0.15, and he did 15 days in jail. In 2014, again, he was arrested for possession of a controlled substance, category 3, a misdemeanor Class A, and he was sentenced to 30 days. In 2016, he was arrested for DWI second and sentenced to 2 years, probated for 24 months. He was eventually revoked and sentenced to 60 days. In 2017, he was arrested for Class A criminal mischief, and the prosecutor rejected that charge. And in 2018, he was arrested again for criminal mischief and did 15 days before we are here today. State rests and close.
Any argument from the state?
Due to the criminal history and due to the mental health assessment, we would oppose a PR bond.
Yeah, Mr. French, you have a pretty bad history, but I think getting you in the CRU is probably the best thing we can do right now for you.
Okay.
It's a one-time shot. If you don't do what you say you're going to do, we're just going to put you back in jail and not have to mess with you anymore.
Okay.
Take advantage of the program.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Get your medication straight. You're going to have to come see me once a month. Expect to be drug tested when you come to see me.
Uh-huh.
You will need to talk to Tony every week and let her know how you're doing, okay?
Okay.
Make sure you call her every week, okay?
Will I be transferred to the unit today?
I don't know when Tony will let you know, but I don't know when they'll transfer you. As soon as they can, they'll get you over there, okay?
Okay.
Also, a condition of your bond is that you'll have to have a deep lung device installed on any vehicle you're driving, okay?
Yes, sir.
So if you drive a vehicle that doesn't have a deep lung device, that's a violation of your bond conditions, okay?
I'm not gonna drive anymore because I just don't. I
Hey,
panhandle.
Nicholas, do you
Yeah.
understand what the judge is saying? That if you're driving, you have to have a deep lung device.
Okay, I won't drive.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything else you want to share, Tony?
Yes, I was just going to tell him that last I heard, there is a bed available today, so you should be transported today. I would guess tomorrow at the latest, okay?
Okay.
Good luck. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Take advantage of it.
I will, sir.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. See you later. Who is Stephen Wright's client? I guess we need Tommy Ello.
He's a little hard of hearing, sir, so.
Okay. Cases. Three cases. Seat two. Of an indecent exposure and criminal trespass.
I'm sorry.
Two. Okay. That's fine. All right. Mr. Tomiello.
Tommy, yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'm going to consider that for the purpose of this hearing. Did you want to call your client to testify?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. If you would, Mr. Tomiello, raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Mr. Tomiello, do you know what your mental diagnoses are?
Pardon?
Do you know what your mental diagnoses are?
Yes, I was diagnosed at Glen Oaks. It was bipolar schizophrenic, sir.
Okay, anything else?
No, I had traumatic brain injury in 2013,
Okay, and do you know what
14.
medication?
The veteran has all my paperwork, VA.
Okay,
But I come over that diagnosis, took medicine, and then I was off my medicine for quite a while, looking for a home, my own home, and I wasn't totally on medicine. I've been on medicine for the past 2 months, and it's really been a big improvement in my life. And I'm trying to go forward with my life and
are you
take the
currently
medicine
being
prescribed and act right in public. That's what I'm trying to accomplish, and everywhere else in life.
are you currently being given those medications in Collin County Jail right now?
Pardon?
Are you currently being given those medications in the Collin County Jail right now?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, sir.
All of the same medications you were on when you were out of the jail?
I was in the program of Glen Oaks, and I got picked up by these two gentlemen that I guess I picked the two wrong gentlemen, and they got in a fight, and I left their place, and then I got in trouble with the law and
But
Fanick
Mr.
County,
Tomiello,
and
my
didn't
question is,
get back to
are
the
you,
case that I had with my attorney on September 21st. And it's been like a whirlwind of having my own medicine cabinet where I know where my own medicine is and everything. And I'm trying to get to that point where I had 5 homes. I have 4 kids. I'm a grandfather. I'm just trying to get back on my feet. They can come to my home. And I've been
Mr.
living in
Tomiello,
all my people's homes. My mother wants me to come back to Chicago, Illinois. She's 86. So a lot of things going around in my head, sir. And I'm just trying to
are you receiving
right.
any?
The world's crazy, and I'm trying not to be looked at as the crazy person.
Mr. Tomiello, are you receiving any counseling or treatment in Collin County Jail right now?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
What kind of treatment are you receiving?
Pardon?
What treatment are you receiving counseling wise in the jail?
Just the normal counseling from the nurse staff, and I had one class with what the eating and just their diagnosis of bipolar.
And you stated that you had been to Glen Oaks previously, correct?
Yes, I have. I was in
Are
for
you
5 days
requesting?
court ordered. I just got switched to another medicine for 2 days, and they let me out. And I went with these people that picked me up, these two brothers, and then they got in a fight. I wasn't even on the medicine, not even a week out of Glen Oaks, and I got in trouble, and I'm back in jail. And I've taken the medicine that they prescribed for 2 months now, a month in Fannin County Jail, and now a month in Collin County. And it's everybody says it's made a big improvement. I mean, I've talked to on the phone, my mother, my sister, my brother on the phone. They see a lot of difference in my how I'm talking to them, not talking too fast or talking over them. So they see a difference in me with being on the medicine for the past 2 months.
Mr. Tomiello, are you requesting that the court grant you to go back to Glen Oaks for additional treatment where you can get better treatment and more consistent medication?
Yes. I really appreciate that.
I'll pass this witness, Judge.
Any questions from the state?
Just a few, Your Honor. Mr. Tomiello, what's your plan if judge was to give you a PR bond? Where would you go?
I plan to stay with my sister. She has just moved to from I don't know where she's at, Plano area, Plano, and she's in Whitesboro, Texas. She's a school teacher in Whitesboro now, and I'm gonna go stay with her for a while, get on my feet, take care of some of my finances, and then my mother is coming in from Chicago, and then I'm going back to Chicago with my mother. That's the plan I have set forth right now. Or my son just come back from Korea. My youngest son is a sergeant first class in Fort Bliss, El Paso. He just bought a new home. He's asked me to come stay with him in El Paso. So I have to decide go back to Chicago with my mother or come stay in Texas, get a job, get on my feet again. A lot of decisions to make, sir. And I don't know which is the right one lately. I've been, I told my attorney I've been around these bad people on drugs and stuff and that. I smoke cigarettes. I drink alcohol. That's all I do. And I'm caught with people that do really bad drugs, and I get tied up with these people, and because I'm a mechanic, I guess, and I don't know what it is. I just been around the wrong people. And told my attorney I've been trying to get away from them, and it just seems hard to get away from people that I was a landlord. My landlord was stealing money from me. It's just.
I'll object to non-responsive.
You know, I want to get with the right people.
Tomiello?
Bad luck, I guess. With people.
Sustained.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Great.
Okay.
Do you anything else you want to ask from the defense? Does the defense have any other questions?
Pardon?
No, Judge, just that we're requesting a PR bond be granted.
Does the state have anything else to add?
I would just like to read the criminal history in the record.
Okay.
In 1994, he was arrested for DWI second, and we have no prosecution or court data. In 2010, he was arrested for possession of marijuana, sentenced to 6 months, and was eventually, or he was not revoked, excuse me. In 2021, he was arrested for driving while intoxicated, and the DA's office eventually dismissed that case. Later on in 2021, he was arrested again for DWI, and the Greenville prosecutor's office rejected that case. Along that same line, or upon that arrest, he was arrested for resisting arrest, and he was given 1 year deferred. And when he was eventually revoked and sentenced to 120 days in jail. Before the charges were here on today.
Okay.
State will rest and close.
Any argument from the state?
Judge, I don't think there's a proper plan in place. It seems a lot of uncertainty, and I would say due to the mental health assessment and lack of plan, we would oppose a PR bond at this time.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of getting you out on PR bonds to get treatment, I don't think that's been set up yet. And I think what you need is just a regular bond where you can go live wherever you want to live until your charges are dealt with. So at this time, I'm going to deny a bond, and good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, see you later.
Good.
Well,
Who is Zan Maltz?
Ready to go? Ready to go, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Have a good rest of you. Have a good Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas.
Good luck.
Zan's is Thornton.
All right, let's do Thornton. All right, this is Mr. Thornton,
Miss Thornton.
Miss Thornton. And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. Did you want to call your client to testify?
I do, Your Honor.
If you would raise your right hand to be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Right. You go ahead.
Ms. Thornton, will you please state your name for the record?
Kimala Kavan Thornton.
Okay, Ms. Thornton, you're currently in the Collin County Jail, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And while you've been in that jail, did you have a mental health assessment?
Yes, sir, I did.
And did that end, have you read that assessment or heard about it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you know that assessment indicated you have some mental health issues?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, do you agree with that assessment?
Yes, sir, I agree.
Okay. Now, while you've been at the jail after the assessment, you also had a chance to enter into a bond plan, did you not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in that plan, in order for you to get out and be treated for your mental health issues, you're agreeing to certain conditions to, if they'll give you a bond and allow you to be treated. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
And in that plan, you offered a number of contact people to help you with this. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Including, I believe, your aunt, who is where you're going to live. Is that right?
Yes, Angela Rodriguez. Yes, sir.
Okay. And a pastor who's going to help get you around also?
Yes, Pastor Grant Hawley. He's
okay,
in process.
Okay. And you're agreeing to comply with all the provisions of this plan. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you understand that if you don't, the judge will issue a warrant for your arrest and throw you back in jail.
Oh, yes, sir. I know that.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Any questions from the state?
Ms. Thornton, what do you understand your mental health diagnosis to be?
Bipolar 2 with major depression. And I also have panic attacks, but not very often though.
And I apologize if I missed this question, but are you getting any medication while you're in jail?
Yes, sir, I am.
And do you feel like that medication you're getting is helping you?
Yes, sir. Yes, it really is. And they changed one of my medications and it works a whole lot better. I regret the fact that I got off of it.
Okay. And what will be, again, sorry if I missed this, but what will be your mode of transportation to make sure you get to and from your court dates?
Most of it be my job. I mean, my aunt or either my pastor or one of the people from the church, because one of the church members, because there's no bus. I ride the bus and train to work, but there's no bus or nothing out here. So it's got to be either Angela or either Pastor Grant.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defense?
Just that we'd request mental health bonds on both these writs, Judge.
Okay. Anything else from the state?
I'd just like to read the criminal history into the record, Your Honor.
You may.
In 1993, this defendant was arrested for theft of service, larceny, and sentenced to 10 years. In 1994, she was arrested for DWI first. She was convicted and sentenced to 18 days. In 1996, she was arrested for Class B theft and sentenced to 18 days. Later on in 1996, she was arrested again for Class B theft and sentenced to 75 days. in November of 1996, she was arrested for possession of a controlled substance with no court data available. In 2000, she was arrested for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and those charges were dropped by the arresting agency. In 2009, she was arrested for assault, bodily injury to a family member, family violence, where she was sentenced to 15 days. In 2010, she was arrested for possession of a controlled substance. She was eventually sentenced on that case to 180 days state jail. In 2017, she was arrested for assault, bodily injury to a family member, and was released without prosecution in 2017. Later on, she was arrested again for ag assault, causing serious bodily injury. It was again released without prosecution. Later on in 2017, she was arrested for theft with 2 previous convictions. The prosecutor changed the charge to a Class B theft, where she was sentenced to 20 days jail. In 2018, she was arrested for DWI second and sentenced to 35 days jail. And in 2021, or in 2022, or I guess that's her criminal history before we're here today.
Any argument?
Arrest and close.
Yeah, any argument from the state?
Due to the criminal history, Your Honor, we'd pose a PR bond at this time.
Yeah, the criminal history is just a little bit too much, and there's some assaultive stuff in there, so I'm going to deny bond this time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
All right. This Mr. Is it Areola?
Yes, sir.
And you have two charges pending?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. Did you want to call your client testify?
I do.
All right. If you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so be God.
Yes, I do.
All right. You can go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Areola, are you aware that all of your misdemeanor cases have been granted what is called a personal recognizance bond?
Yes.
Okay, I did that for you early last week, and we are in front of this judge today requesting, where'd you go? A mental health bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you do understand after you and I have met that you are on my mental health docket, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then on Friday, October 28th, you met, or Joseph Hill with the Mental Health Division met with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, is your plan that you will live at your father's house, Israel Areola, at 3316 Tarquillo Road in Plano, Texas, 75074?
Correct.
Okay, how come you don't know his phone number?
It was logged in my phone and my phone was confiscated.
Okay, so as soon as you get that property back, well, actually you won't get that property back, but as soon as you get back to your dad's house, you will be able to give that number, as an alternate way of contacting you to Miss Fox, who is on this video.
Yes, the moment if I'm granted release, literally the next day I can provide a phone number where I can be contacted directly.
Okay, you did provide a phone number for your mother, Jill Browning,
Yeah.
however, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and Miss Fox has that in her file, if I have it in mind. All right, your father and mother do not live together, correct?
No.
Okay, but they are in communication and they both care what's going on with you, right?
Yes.
All right. You do understand that as a condition of you being released, you have agreed to seek services and successfully traverse those services at LifePath, correct?
Correct.
Okay. On a coordinated release today, if the judge grants these bonds, you will be transported from the jail to LifePath. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
And for future appointments with Life Path, you have a girlfriend named Wendeley Salas,
Yes.
and her phone number is also in Miss Fox's file, correct?
Yes.
All right. You have a personal vehicle, but it's currently impounded. What's your plan for that?
The moment I get out, if that's granted, within the first week, I'll have the vehicle back after, because I have a job waiting for me as soon as I get out, employment, and I'd be able to provide finances to get the car released to me.
Okay, where's your job?
It's with my friend. He's also a pastor. His name is Elias, and his job is the God First. It's Plano's Finest. It's a remodeling company. They do a lot of remodeling for commercial and residential businesses.
Okay. All right. You're coming up on the winter time, so there may not be a lot of work. What's your second plan?
I also do part-time barbering. So I also plan on enrolling myself in a Texas Barber College or beauty school, and going to school, and also doing side jobs with my uncles.
What's your plan with Life Path? What are you seeking treatment for?
I'm also ready to go to Light Path and get some treatment for my bipolar and my PTSD and my anxiety. I like to speak with more often with some psychiatrists, and there's a lot of issues that I got going on that I seriously need help for. And until recently, I haven't been diagnosed. I've been diagnosed, but before in the past, I haven't. So I know I have issues that I need to get taken care of. And I need to see a psychiatrist, need to get back with my therapist so I can talk with them. Currently on death. So.
Are you going to, you know that one of the reasons, pardon me, one of the conditions that this judge is going to require is that you meet on a weekly basis, either however she wants you to meet her with Miss Fox, correct?
Yes.
And also Judge Baxter may require that you meet with him, and there are no excuses. So you're going to have to make time, because they come before court and they come before Life Path. Do you understand that? Oh, I'm sorry, work and Life Path. Do you understand that?
Yes, of course.
Okay, and you know how to get in touch with me? You have my information?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, great. Your responsibility is to keep up with me as well. How are you getting to and from court dates? Your girlfriend?
Yes, and until I get my vehicle within the week that I get out, yes, and I can give you all the information of that, but
okay, so the answer is yes, correct?
Yeah, yes,
all
of
right.
course.
Do you understand that the prosecutor's going to give this judge an understanding of what you did the first time you were let out of jail, which is pick up new offenses? Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so are you going to be med compliant with whatever medicine a psychiatrist from Life Path tells you to get on?
Yes, the medicine they got me on right now is working great. It's calmed me down a lot, make me process things a lot differently, and prioritize my life and set goals for myself. So,
okay, well, I will attest to that for sure. I'll pass the witness.
Any questions from the state?
Nothing for the defendant, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else from the defendant?
No, thank you, Judge.
Anything else from the state?
Just like to read the criminal history into the record, Your Honor.
Okay.
In 1997, as a juvenile, this defendant was arrested for assault bodily injury, and he was eventually adjudicated as true. In 2000, as a juvenile, he was arrested for state jail theft of property. That case was eventually dismissed. In 2001, as a juvenile, he was arrested for burglary of a motor vehicle, and he was adjudicated as true on that one. And again, in 2001, he was arrested again for burglary of a motor vehicle and adjudicated as true. In September of 2001, as a juvenile still, he was arrested for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and again adjudicated as true. In that same incident, he was arrested again for evading arrest or detention, and he was adjudicated as true on that charge as well. In 2002, as a juvenile, he was arrested for again unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and we have no prosecution or court data available. In 2003, as a juvenile, he was arrested for assault of a public servant, and that was non-suited. In 2006, he was arrested for unlawful carrying of a weapon, sentenced to 12 months probation, and he was eventually revoked and sentenced to 20 days jail. In 2007, he was arrested for assault bodily injury. and was sentenced again to 12 months and was eventually revoked on that and sentenced to 20 days. In 2009, he was arrested for failing to ID and sentenced to 12 days in jail. In 2016, he was arrested for evading arrest with a previous conviction. That was pled down to a misdemeanor evading, and he did 6 months deferred probation. In that same arrest, he was arrested for tampering or fabricating physical evidence with intent to impair, and that was no bill by the Dallas DA's office. And in that same incident, he was arrested for possession of a controlled substance, category 1, and sentenced to 2 years deferred. In 2017, he was arrested again for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and sentenced to 12 months in state jail. And then in 2017, he was arrested for escape causing bodily injury, and he was sentenced to 2 years TDC on that one. Before we are here on the charges today. And state rests and close, Your Honor.
Any argument from the state?
Due to the defendant's criminal history, we would oppose a PR bond at this time.
Yeah, the criminal history is just too much. I'm going to deny bond this time. Good luck. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
See ya.